Hello, welcome back to S&S Pigskin Picks. We're doing our Thanksgiving Day recaps. I am Pratty Sandhu. He is Jeremiah Sheen.
Hello,
And we're
everybody.
going to kick it off with the Lions and Bears. It was a one-sided affair at halftime, and then the Bears showed up, and what a finish.
Yeah, that first Lions drive, I was so surprised they didn't get a touchdown. The commentators brought up, I think, 2 or 3 times in that first drive that Chicago hasn't given up a first drive touchdown in the last 20 games. And I'm like, okay, well, all these records, I'm thinking Detroit too. They're 0-7 in their last Thanksgiving games. And it's like, okay, all these streaks are going to end. It's like, no. They go 3 third downs in that first drive, convert 3 third downs. They can't get the fourth conversion, only get the field goal. They won the game, but the weaknesses have been uncovered. I just don't see the Lions winning a Super Bowl with this defense. We will see. I'm sure they're going to collect themselves. It's going to be a little bit of time off, mini bye week almost for their next game. They're playing Buffalo on December 15th. They got to get their shit together. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been a lot worse if Bears actually executed there at the end. Another fumbled up game for them. I believe that's like 4 this year that they could have won that they just threw away. The most memorable one, the Washington miracle touchdown. And the Packers game, the blocked field goal. And I guess last game even when they could have won in overtime possibly. So, man, this team, they were 4-2 at one point, the Bears.
Right.
Now, I believe
looking
they're
good.
4-7. So, but I mean, they're losing in fashion though, right? When they go down in a reap of flames. But yeah, Lions scraped by, defense banged up. They lost a couple of guys. They've lost their signal caller on defense and little chinks in the armor, right? So looking forward to that game against Buffalo next week. That's definitely a crazy matchup. Okay, how about we move on to the second game on Turkey Day? Cowboys, I believe this has gone final 27-20. Maybe not gone final, but good enough for us. Not the most exciting game. We've got to be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
But, someone's playing for jobs and someone's playing for something. Coaches are playing for something. So Cowboys showing a little bit of life, and then the Giants being the Giants, right? So
yeah, unfortunately, Drew Lock kind of lost the game for the Giants. That pick six. That was an incredibly athletic play, and but yeah, that was the pick six was the difference here. Cowboys offense woke up in a big way after the second half. They scored 2 straight touchdowns. And the Giants, I guess, a little fed up and got that garbage time touchdown. But until they get their man, Shador, I don't think he wants to play in New York.
No.
But there's a good class of quarterbacks coming out here. Let's see if they pick another Daniel Jones.
Whoa. Hopefully not for these Giants fans, man. They've suffered way too long. Poor guys. But on the Cowboys note, the offense has looked somewhat decent the last couple of weeks with your guy, Cooper Rush, out there. And Rico Dowdle, he's a decent running back. And,
I've seen him bust out a couple times. Yeah, he's looking good.
Not saying they're world beaters, but I mean, they could be somewhat competitive in some games, divisional, whatnot. So I believe this game is still going on. This game will not end. I believe it started at 1:30 our time, and it's almost a 4-hour game, man. It's almost
crazy. Yeah.
As we're recording this is 5:10 Pacific Standard Time.
Well, it's just injury after injury after like the second half just wouldn't end. 40 seconds left, another injury. It was like the Giants just walked out. They had 21 seconds left. They just walked off the field. After that, it was,
I don't know.
yeah, they
I
retired.
mean, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. Giants got the ball right now. They're 3rd and 2. I think. Yeah, they got a first down there, so they'll probably just fill out their one timeout and then whatever else they have. But yeah, it was. I guess it was what it was. Is two shitty teams playing each other, and here we are recapping it and bringing it to the people. I'm looking forward to the Miami and Green Bay game. I think that'll be a
best
little
game of
bit
the
more
slate.
entertaining.
Yeah, best game of the slate for sure. Those
Yeah.
two divisional games, you knew they were going to be close. You thought Detroit was going to roll out, but again, these divisional games are so just consistent. There's so many 3-point, victories on either. That 2-9 team, I don't give a shit. They're coming in there and they're beating that, monster of a team just because they know them so well. Play them twice every season.
Look at Cleveland this year. They've been horrible, but their 2 biggest wins were against division rivals, right? So any given Sunday, as they say it. And speaking of another divisional game, have you noticed the Texans spread is just dropping and dropping? I think they're -3.5 now. Like, is there an injury or something like that? But
no, just Jaguars, I guess, coming off bye, and I'm sure they're fed up. I'm sure Doug Peterson's fighting for his job. All those guys are kind of job positions, right?
Peterson said there's going to be some changes on the offense, but he's not saying who's changing what. So, and
there you go. There's that, and then their last game, they barely beat them, so you got to take that into account too. Yeah, that's kind of, I think the odds makers are just kind of going that direction. And again, another one of these divisional games. Who's going to win by 3?
So Bears have covered 3 straight divisional games. 2 of them with crazy backdoor covers, right? The backdoor cover, that onside kick against Minnesota, and then now coming back against the Lions. And yeah, Lions could have they could have put him away early, and they didn't. They gave him life. And in the NFL, that only leads to one thing. So let's wrap it up here for our Thanksgiving Day recap. For the first 2 games, we'll be back for Dolphins-Packers later after that game. Any other final thoughts, Jer, as we wrap it up and sign out?
I just can't wait for this day to be over, to be honest. I'm hoping this next game is a lot more entertaining, and then I can, remember have some fond memories of this American Turkey Day. But sure. The Dolphins are fighting for everything they got right now. I'd love to see them get that last spot in the AFC playoffs. Green Bay is rolling, but I think they're due for a little bit of a stinker. So we'll see.
Yeah, let's find out. All right. Thanks for everyone for joining us here. And please consider liking and subscribing. And we're going to catch everyone next time on S&S Pigskin Picks. Later.
Peace.